Yo, what is going on, yo? So I usually don't do these type of videos, but I had a couple stuff that I had to do, so I was like, you know what, might as well make a video on it. This is what we're doing, as you see from the title. A couple stuff that I picked up, and I'm about to do like a how-to video. So if you are experiencing any overheating issues, I got you right here to watch this video. I have a 2013 Honda Civic EXL, but I know it works on the 2006 to 2014 models, I think, the non-SI ones. So they have the R18 engine. Let me just show you guys what we're working with. We got sort of a haul, so let me just show you guys what we got. We got an OEM thermostat right here. Just show you guys what we get first, then I'm gonna open them up. I got an OEM oil cap. This is just like an add-on that I kind of needed either way, so I got it. OEM radiator cap. You already know the deal. Then I couldn't find an OEM coolant temperature sensor, but I got the closest thing to it, which is an AutoZone Duralast brand, but this will do the job. You gotta get the coolant. I always use the Civic brand. I don't know, I just use it on all my Hondas. It works like a charm. So what we gotta do first is drain the radiator, but let me just show you guys how to get started. All right, so you are gonna need like a container. This one had oil and coolant, and it's kind of mixed up, but you need a container to drain the fluids. Oh, here's the part numbers in case you guys need it. This is the oil cap, OEM. Here is the part number for the OEM thermostat. So what causes the overheating usually is a bad thermostat in this case. I know for these model Civics, the thermostats tend to go bad after a while, but it's really common, really easy to fix. So just pick up one of these if you've been overheating. And just to be safe, I ended up picking up the coolant temperature sensor right here. Check that out. So first we got to drain the coolant. Let me just show you guys how to do that. In this model Civic, you do have to take off the clips that are here. That one just flew out. I already took a couple out to expose it. So they run through here, right here, one right here, and one right here, and one right here. So I just go ahead and take those off to expose the radiator. All right, so now that we've exposed that right here, is right here. So you just want to open that out and all the coolant will drain out. Let me just get the pan ready. So I'm gonna drain it out slowly, so it doesn't all just come flying out. There you go. Now you just let that drain out. And I'll catch you guys once that is done. All right, so while that coolant is draining, I did forget to mention you guys are probably gonna need one of these, which is a spill-proof funnel kit. I think it was like 30 bucks, I think so, something like that. I'll leave the link down below to purchase this from Amazon. You are gonna need this, it's gonna make your life so much easier. All right, here's the oil drain plug that I actually bought. You don't need to change this out, but I thought, you know, this one's the OEM one and it's been there for a minute. It looks pretty good though. I thought I might just switch it up just because, I mean, who knows? I mean, it was only $4. So, let's open that really quick. So it should be an exact fit. This one's still pretty good, so I'm still gonna save it, but might as well just have a brand new one. But yeah, so now this is just about drained. It's tiny little drops now. So now you just wanna put this right back. Make sure it's pretty nice and snug so it doesn't leak. There you go. Should be good. So now the first step is done. On to the next one. So the thermostat sits right in there in the housing. You do have to remove this bracket right here that holds up these connections right here. So there are two 10 millimeters right here. So go ahead and take those off first. All right, first one's out. Make sure you don't lose these. All right, second bolt is out. All right, second bolt is out, and that frees this little bracket from the housing. Also, you do want to disconnect the negative battery terminal. I forgot to say that before we start with any of the electrical stuff. So go ahead and unplug the negative terminal. All right, now that the negative terminal is disconnected, this bracket moves out of the way. There's one right there, and then one right there. See? So there's different ways I see people do it. Some people take off this radiator hose, but I'm not gonna take it out because due to these factory clamps. I hate them so much. They're so hard to put right back on. But it's just as easy to do it with without that. And then we can use this lower radiator hose as leverage when we take these bolts out to kind of pull the housing. So you got to take out these 10 millimeters right here. And then you should be able to just pull it out. Crack the first one. And the other bolt right there is kind of deep in there, so you need an extension to get that out. All right, first bolt is out. Second one's right here, almost about to be out. All right, there you go. Make sure you don't lose these. All right, so now we should be able just to pull this thing right out. Hope it's not too stuck. So using the lower hose as a leverage. Here you go. Comes right out. Now make sure that drain plug catches any excess coolant. So it just came right out. There's the thermostat. Just gotta remove the thermostat from the housing now. Put the new one in. And that thing just twists right off. Check that out. See, old thermostat. Here's the new one. Now you can use the OEM thermostat as like a reference kind of on how to place the gasket right here. All right, here's a new one. It's all good in there. I am gonna lubricate it a bit with the old coolant on there just so it could slide in there pretty easily. All right, now I'm gonna put it back in the housing and then put it right back in. You kind of feel it like kind of push into place right there. It's pretty set. It sits in there pretty good. Just put the housing back on. Then you just put the bolts on. To make my life a little bit easier, I did take off this intake pipe right here. It just comes right off. And then that frees that space by a lot. Look at all that space we have now. So now we just put the bolts back in. After you put that back, you want to go ahead and put on the bracket again. You know, you want to put this intake pipe right back where it goes, but you can see the brackets are on there. The housing's all tightened up, it's ready to go. Just put the intake pipe back on. All right, now the thermostat is taken care of. We're gonna go ahead and do the coolant temperature sensor right here. So this one's super easy. I'll show you guys what it looks like. That's what it looks like right there. I don't really want to get it dirty. The original one, it sits right there. So all you gotta do is take this plug off. You wanna unscrew this one and put the new one back in. Let me just, I don't know what size socket it is. Let me figure out what size socket that is and I'll let you guys know. All right, that indeed is a size 17 socket. So you go in there and unscrew that one. All right, here's the OEM one. Here's the aftermarket one. So you just want to make sure that gasket's in there. Just right there. I'll go ahead and lubricate it a little bit. Then you want to just pop this one right into place, right where the other one's set. All right, and then you literally just plug it back in. There you go, should be good. And I did get the brand new radiator cap. Oh, with the old and with the new. There you go. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and fill it up with coolant and then bleed the system. Alright, and once that's filled up, you just wanna kinda put some extra in there so it could bubble out, get all the air out of the system. So now once you have it full like that, you wanna turn on the car. Put the heater on full blast until it gets hot, basically. It's gonna come out kind of cold at first. We're putting the heater on full blast. That would get any air out of the system. It's just gonna bubble up now. Pushing the upper radiator hose to push some bubbles out. And you basically want to keep doing that until all the bubbles are out. And once your heater turns hot. So now you just gotta wait, let the system bleed itself. Keep checking the heater until it gets hot. Now that it's at operating temperature, the heater feels pretty hot. It's coming out pretty hot. And it's operating temperature, so the thermostat should have kicked in and it's working properly now. So just to double check, you want to make sure there's no coolant leaks at all. In this case, we are good. This is I don't know what that is. That's not coolant, but no coolant leaks at all. Thermostat is working properly, and the heater is working properly. So that is it for this video, y'all. If you're experiencing any overheating issues on your Civic, it's most likely the thermostat, because it always goes bad. So that's how to do a thermostat and the coolant temperature sensor and bleeding the system. So make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, keep up with the builds, and subscribe.